It's time once again for everybody to come aboard that one and done train. Welcome to One and Done. Bienvenidos a todos a One and Done, your fast break of college basketball información. How about an instant classic on opening night? Yes, please. Arizona takes down defending champion Florida 93-87, and your broskies in basketball couldn't wait to get in studio to break it all down on what's been a great first day of the season. Welcome to One and Done. My name is Jay Heinrich, and if you don't know, now you know I am the conductor of the aforementioned One and Done train at Dr. William Cannon on X. You can follow us on the show pages at One and Done CVB. The content has been flowing like the waters of wherever it is that you dip your toes in. Elite game indeed. But how about this guy right here at MC Holland 34 over on X, the OG Money Mike, Mr. Mike Holland, the captain of the One and Done ship. Mike, what a great night.
Yeah.
What a great day of basketball so far. What a great night. And
Yeah.
we're here to talk about this Arizona Florida game. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, man. We're going to try to jump on and do, one or two of these a week. Is there instant reaction shows? So we'll only be on for 10 minutes. Love to see the comments already flowing, man. Mason jumping in here, talking about everything else, which we'll probably get to on recap shows. Cam jumped in saying that was an elite game. It was an awesome game, and I completely blew the under there. It was over by like halftime, dude. Like, what was going on, man? Like, it was just up and down. Just an awesome game. And the first thing that jumps out to me was, well, two things, really. Three things. Sorry, Jay. Koa Pete, he's an absolute dog. He's like unowned at DFS tonight, he's not even 1% owned, which is absolutely crazy. Jaden Bradley as a finisher and more of an offensive threat. He was 9 of 14 today, 27 points, 5 assists, only turned the ball over, 3 times. And he was just dominant down the stretch. And then the third thing, man, is the thing that I've been looking for all offseason. Look, Half was great. I mean, he had like 27 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. But I don't love the 3 big look. That's not how he won last year. I think that Clapjar, you just move Hope to the 4, Condon at the 5, and just put in Clapjar. Like, I just didn't love it, man. I also didn't think Xavier Lee, like, he's got a long way to go to, what was he, like 5 for 17 today? The game did not come easy to him. Obviously, not used to that type of size and skill. And these young guys, Karchinkov and Pete and Barry's was in foul trouble, dude. But, man, like, awesome game. The Florida's still got a massive upside. I just worry about this, how they're rolling the 3 bigs. Jay, what were your thoughts, man?
Yeah, well, I mean, 60 NBA scouts in T-Mobile Arena tonight for all the stuff going on. So everybody's, oh, the scouts are watching me. And it felt like it, though. Like you said, Koa Pete coming out party. He had 13, 5, and 5 at half. Finished with 30 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists, along
That'll
with
do
3
it.
steals. That will do it. And then you mentioned Bradley as well. He had 12 points at half, finished with 27 and 5 dimes, throwing a steal. Then at one point, he scored 11 consecutive points
Yeah,
for
dominant.
Arizona late in the game. Just
And that's a good
coffee is
front
for
line.
closers. Yeah, no kidding. He was doing that down there in the land of the bigs, driving to the basket and doing his thing. So shout out to Bradley for sure, man. Florida looked like we thought they would, sort of set the tone, coming out like they're known to do early on, and then Arizona just, it's a game of runs. Went on a run, finished the first half, sort of had that lead for a while. We know Florida. We saw Florida come back last in San Antonio in the Final Four. Florida is known for coming. They did that a ton last year, so you knew they were. This program really never feels like they're out of a game,
Yeah.
Mike. And then they tied the game around the 8-minute mark, and then a little back and forth, and then it was the Jaden Bradley show.
So
So
the weird thing about this 3-point shooting, Jay, I'm just looking at the stats here, man. Like
yeah,
the starting lineup, Xavier Lee 3 for 11, Boogie Flan 0 for 2, Chinyele didn't take one, Thomas Houck 1 for 4, and Alex Condon 0 for 1. That is a combined 4 for 18 from 3. Like Clapjar off the bench was 2 for 6. I think if you insert him into the starting lineup next to Flan and Lee as a floor spacer with Houck and Condon, I think it's going to look a lot more what we saw from last year. So the floor spacing, yes, can Houck probably shoot at 30, 4% probably, right? Like I would assume he can do that playing on the wing. I just don't love it, man. Alex Condon just kind of looks – it's just weird having three bigs out there. At the beginning of the game, they're like, everybody's like, oh, my God, they can't contain the three bigs. Well, it's like over the course of the game when you can't shoot the three, there's going to be some issues because they would stick with it by putting Hand-Locked-In out there. And you still have three bigs when they take Chinyelu out. They put in Hand-Locked-In. I kind of like the way CJ Ingram looked a little bit. He's the 5-star freshman that we talked about. I thought Karchinkov and Pete, they should – I mean, these freshmen, we talked about it, they're built to play. Like, they look like grown men out there, man. So that was kind of takeaway here, man.
Barry didn't have the debut that he would have wanted, and I think he'll tell you that. But he'll get better, and it didn't cost Arizona, obviously, in the long run. Lee is not going to shoot 3 for 11 from 3 every night. Okay, the game's going to slow down for him, and that's gonna remedy itself a lot, I think. But I just when you run into two players in Koa Pete and Jaden Bradley on a night like tonight, Florida wasn't going to win this game. It just wasn't going to happen. And again, like Mason saying, are we overrating Florida? Saying how it looks like the best player by far. I don't know, man. Like they
just think it's a
belong
lineup
there.
issue.
But again, so if you can find a way, again, how do you switch that? Do you not try to just forward? Well, I think we're going to see it pretty quickly. Some changes against a lot lesser competition, mind you.
Darren jumping in there with some love for you, Jay.
Yeah,
dude, we were wondering if Bradley could take the step forward, and he looks like an offensive force. Plus, I love what Arizona did. Krivas at the 5, Awaka's the backup 5, Karchinkov as the big wing, Pete at the 4, Bradley at the point, and this is exactly what I thought we would see here. Sodi off the bench, Del Orso as a floor spacer off the bench. Like they shot 40% from 3 today. So yeah, I mean, like just one of those things, dude. They only took 5 threes today. Is that right? Am I looking at this right?
So I'm sure the two teams here, man.
Florida 7 of 27. I'm seeing 2 for 5, Jay. That didn't even jump out to me because they were just pounding it inside. I guess Bradley was getting to the elbow and getting to the rim.
Yeah.
And Karchinkov, like, man, these dudes were big. Yeah, Mason saying it was I don't think he's going to be needed this year, man. So. Yeah, no, just an awesome game to watch, man.
What about Krivas? Well, Krivas, he's not going to be asked to do a ton. Right. I don't think on a night in, night out basis they need him. They just need him to be efficient, use up his fouls, and play good defense. And they got that out of him tonight. Awaka, on the other hand, 4 turnovers.
Yeah,
that's got to be cleaned up a little bit. But I think again, 7 and 5 off the bench. Don't ask him to do too much. Just ask him to do enough, and you're going to get what you need out of Awaka. Boogie had the opportunity there at 88-85 to knock the roof off of that place, hit that 3. They couldn't get the ball in, man. Like that was some nice inbound defending there. Forced a 5-second violation. And Logden had that and one right before. Another turn. Boogie missed that 3. They still couldn't get the ball and had to call a timeout. It's 90-87 at that point. And, you can feel things starting to pucker up a little bit if you're Arizona. But
it felt like an Elite 8 game. Oof.
It definitely felt like that. And then, at that point, Pete hits 3 out of the next 4 free throws and seals it on his way to a 30 spot in a 93-87 victory for Arizona over defending champion Florida on opening night. Quite a day so far. BYU's on the court right now. Speaking of talented freshmen, there's a lot going on out there. Any other takeaways?
Just
Mike, before we showed it down.
Final thoughts. I think we do these reactions. It's going to swing one way or the other, right? Like, everybody's going to be so hyped about Arizona, right? But that is a little concerning. 5 threes. Like, I think they have a decent enough shooting team because Barry, as we know, can really shoot it. Karchinkov obviously showed that today. Bradley didn't take a 3. I don't know. So I worry a little bit about that because teams are going to just pack the paint and just force them to shoot 3s if they're not going to take any, right? Just to see if they can make them. So I don't want to overanalyze it. It's the first game of the year, right? And I just think eventually Florida's going to go to that 3-guard look as a mainstay, man. But yeah, no, I'm loving this, man. I think we're going to do another one of these coming up pretty soon here. just jumping on for 10 minutes, getting some reaction. Mason, Darren, Cam, all jumping in here, man. Absolutely love it. And yeah, man, any final takeaways before we jump on out of here?
I think it was a good job of coaching by Arizona to adjust to the two halves of the styles that Florida played. Again, when you start with three bigs and then you just figure it out, you know, Koa Pete doing his thing and just exerting his will, and you just keep going to it, right? And then for Bradley, then in the second half to take advantage, yeah, he still went down there in the land of the bigs and did his thing, but to take advantage of sort of a switch in the defending there and absolutely close this game out for Arizona. 6 point victory here on opening night, 93
Yep.
to 87. Hey, it's a good time to have your notification bells on for one and done. We're going to be
Yeah,
doing
man, doing it
these. We're
all.
going to be doing these instant reactions. We're going to be coming to you live with another DFS show later this week. I think we got that lined up for Thursday.
Thursday night for Friday
Might
slate.
so
Yeah.
for Friday slate. So we're gonna set your alarm, set your, and remember to set your clock back if you haven't already, so you don't miss one single solitary second of our college basketball coverage. Thanks to our guy at Fantasy Nav and those Twitter streets for getting the studio together for us tonight on short notice. Shout out to our guy Nate for pushing the buttons behind the scenes, doing a good job as always. Shout out to that man on screen with me at MC Holland 34, the OG Money Mike. El Capitan himself, Mr. Mike Holland. My name is JAYHEINRICH. Come again on One and Done. Peace.